93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good job, good job.
I know all of this already.
Baltimore Outreach Services, better known as BOS, is one of only 3 emergency shelters in Baltimore City that helps families with children. But beyond this critical need for emergency shelter, food, and clothing, BOS provides educational programming, weekly groups that provide parenting skills, coping skills, and anger management for adults, and after-school homework help, counseling, and activities for children when school is out. We have 10 fully furnished houses that our families can move to and pay rent of $500 each month while they get back on their feet, and an outreach program that supports the family for up to 3 years. Our culinary arts job training program has proudly given hundreds of women the skills needed to obtain gainful employment in the food service industry.
I came here to BOS because the outreach portion felt good to me. It felt like I wanted to give back. And I just thought this would be a good utilization of the talents that I've obtained over my culinary career. You see all those good juices right there from that chicken? What are we going to do with those? We want to put it right there in the sauce. So at BOS, we prepare students to be confident in the kitchen and to be ready to be prepared for an entry-level position. So those are the important aspects that we teach. So go ahead and you're gonna, okay, and finish your round on the other side. We also want to introduce the students into understanding how menu production is done and why we pair certain things with certain things. And I also want to enlighten students on to why flavor is so important, why culinary is an art, and it really should speak to the creative side of who you are. Well, here at BOS, we definitely want to make sure that we emphasize that work ethic is very, very important, and that not all the time will technique get you to go as far as being dependable, being personable to the customer, and how important that is as well. Some of the challenges that I see, some of the women come to me are lower confidence, not having the best self-esteem, being in the position that they're in right here and right now. Really, little small encouragements help produce a better self-esteem and help produce a better sense of self. I feel good when she has finished the program and she is successful and she feels successful. And that just makes me feel good. It makes me feel accomplished, and it makes me want to do even better the next time that I have a class.
I love BOS because it's short-term safety and long-term stability all wrapped up in one. Short-term, we get homeless women and their children off the streets. We keep them safe. Long-term, we give them job skills, we give them training through our culinary arts training program. We get them resumes and job interviews and get them jobs so that they can position themselves for long-term employment. But also then we put them into transitional houses. We stay in touch with the women for years, whether they've graduated from our shelter or from one of the transitional houses, and we stay in touch with them for years to make sure that they're stable.
The Renewal Foundation is a private foundation, and as such, we are required to give away a certain amount of money each year. And we were introduced to BOS about 4 years ago, and we've been a funder since then. I think it's important for organizations like the Renewal Foundation to visit organizations like BOS so that we can meet the senior staff, that we can tour the facility, we can see the programs as they're happening, and know that the money that we donate is doing exactly what we want it to do. In 2019, we funded them more than we normally did, and we plan to do even more funding in 2020 because we are in love with their programs.
BOS always operates on a shoestring. It's one of those amazing hidden secrets of how much you can do with how little, and it's become even more dire now. In terms of funding, given changes in the way that government regulations have been defined and interpreted, that's meant that we've lost the single greatest source of our funding. It means that every dollar is even more important. It means that every dollar is even more at risk. And it means that we need to pay more and more attention to trying to communicate this story.
I had been moving from place to place with a couple of friends, but it was getting too much with the moving and having to get up and adjust, especially for my son. I Googled shelters near me, and it was the first one that popped up, and it was amazing how easy it was to just, because I called and I spoke to Charisse, Miss Charisse, and she was amazing. She just told me, how old is your child? I said, he was 3 at that time. And she said, okay, come in tomorrow, 9:30 for an intake, and we'll get you started. What I'd heard about shelters was, oh, it's crazy, you have to be in and out, it's rowdy. But when I came in, it was actually a peaceful experience. Everybody minding their own business. I had a good, clean place to sleep. I had healthy breakfast. Every day I had food to eat that I didn't have to worry about, where's my next meal coming from. Being a resident of BOS, I was comfortable knowing that, okay, now I have, like my son is taken care of, I'm taken care of. At BOS, there was the culinary program that I took advantage of. At first, I wasn't really into going there because I thought, well, I haven't had any experience with culinary, but I remember Miss Charisse actually, she came to me and said, you really should take advantage of this. I mean, it will lead you into, a job and everything. And BOS had an amazing chef, Chef April, who had the confidence in me that I didn't have in myself. And she took it upon herself to make sure that she gave me the hardest of things to try out, the hardest of skills. And every time, we did well, she, patted us on the back, and, you kind of got like that confidence. So time and time again, every time, we tried something else, we tried something new, she was always, on our cases like, no, I know you can do better. I got a job at the Four Seasons Hotel. It was kind of intimidating, going to the Four Seasons. I mean, it's the Four Seasons. And you're thinking, how am I gonna do? But I always remembered the things that Chef April always told me, you can do it. She gave me the basic skills that I needed to go and start, my knife skills that I needed for the job. Every little thing, the mise en place, Serve Safe, everything that we learned in Serve Safe, I had it down to a T. As soon as I started work, I got a referral for the housing as well. And Front Door called me and we started the housing process. So through BOS, I was able to actually have my name on the lease of a house, which I never imagined in my wildest dreams in America, having to rent, have a house in my name. And I was able to get myself a car that was able to, ease my movements back and forth with my son. I'm able to get to work on time. I was seasonal till about December of 2018, and then I was made permanent in January of 2019. And then from there, I was moved to the cafeteria. Now I run the cafeteria section of the Four Seasons. It's an amazing experience. I get to, play around with all kinds of flavors, and it's amazing how, they just let me, they're like, go and do your thing. And I believe I've been doing a great job. No one's complaining, no one's falling sick. I get good reviews all the time, and I'm just amazed at how it all started with BOS.
I just want to say, go out there, run with it, give it your all. Whatever opportunity is given to you as far as the job is concerned, learn as much as you can and aim for the best. I don't know what you want to do 5-6 years from now, but this is a start that I feel you should never take for granted. BOS has given you an opportunity that not so many people get, that so many people pay thousands of dollars to get, and you've been given it for free. So take it, use it, run with it, and sky's the limit.
I am eternally grateful. I can't express in words, in writing, how grateful I am. This place I would just say BOS gave me life. It gave me a life that I didn't imagine I would have. I'm sorry, every time. I'm just grateful that it just gave me life. BOS brought me gave my son a reason to smile again, having to adjust to, moving from different places time and again, and then finally getting a place of his own. I mean, I remember the first night we had in our own house, he was excited. He was like, "Ma, is this our own house now?" I said, "Yeah, it is." And he had his own room and his own bed, so he was over the top. And for me to see that smile on his face, I can't thank BOS enough. So I'm grateful to BOS. I'm grateful to Miss Karen, Miss Kathy, Miss Linda, all the managers, that everyone played a part in where I am right now. So I'm grateful to BOS. Thank you.